welcome to the Everyday Preparedness Podcast. This is episode 3. It's going to be a special day edition, and this is something that's pretty important to me, so I wanted to get it out there. My name is Zan, and Brent's back with us again. Brent, how's it going?
Well, not too bad. I'm interested to hear what you have to say about Black Friday to a nice capitalist like myself.
Yeah, so Thanksgiving. People, there's all kinds of underlying reasons why we have this holiday, and I'm not going to get into that. But to me, ever since I was a little kid, it's been about getting together with your family and, having fellowship with each other, eating, watching some football, just having a good time, enjoying the nice cool weather because summer sucks, and just having a good time. And too many people, I think, are, they look at it as a chore. Oh, I've got to eat with my family or they just don't even do anything at all, and they're focused on the next hot thing, the next hot sale for Black Friday. They're instead of being thankful to have a roof over their head and maybe a vehicle to run, they're focused on buying a 70-inch TV that's going to break on them in 2 months because it's made in who knows where, and they get a good deal on it. So that's just kind of the rough outline. What do you have to say about it?
I agree to a point. I think there's too many people who take for granted what they have. At Thanksgiving, it's a time to be thankful. It's not a time to worry about getting the best deal on, like you said, some cheap plastic piece of crap that's going to break in 2 or 3 months from Uzbekistan or wherever it's made.
Yep.
Like I said, I was just kind of busting your chops, but I am a capitalist by heart. I think the free market's fantastic, but at the same time, our focus on stuff has changed from being thankful and recognizing need to material keep up with the Joneses. And Black Friday seems to kind of personify that. And it used to be, okay, you got up early, the next morning, but anymore, it's just, hell, they're starting at what, like 6 o'clock Thursday on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, 6. I heard one place was 6 a.m. locally anyway, 6 a.m. on Thanksgiving Day, and then I even heard one that was actually midnight Wednesday night into Thanksgiving Day, and it's gotten a little ridiculous for me. I'm with you. I'm all for these businesses trying to hawk whatever they can hawk and make a buck. I got no issue with that. But
right.
The problem is, society, at least American society, has become, they buy into this stuff. I don't understand why people can't put their foot down and say, no, I don't need this. I need to be thankful for what I have and not be in debt or try to spend more. Or, hey, I'm lucky to have a plate of food in front of me where other people are homeless for whatever reason. Maybe their own, maybe not, but the point is they're homeless and don't have anything to eat. But too many people are eating and they're rushing out to the sale and pushing their family. I'm not going to say too much on here, but I have worked in retail for the past 10 years, and I've seen people fight over the most ridiculous things. I don't really have a problem with people who want to go to Black Friday if they have a need.
Right.
If you're homeless and they have comforters on sale for $5, I would be in there fighting people too.
Right.
But to just get in there to buy these high-end electronics, it's ridiculous. And I've already told several of my family members this will be my first Thanksgiving in 10 years where I actually get to go, hang out, eat, enjoy everything, be thankful for everything, and just not have to worry about anything. And I already told them if any of them go to the sales, I'm just going to completely flip out on them. So
I don't think I would completely flip out on people. Of course, my family's a little bit different. My parents, absolutely, they're kind of like us. They think the whole Black Friday stuff's kind of ridiculous anymore. But, like you said, this is one of the first years in a long time that I get to stay home. I don't have to go anywhere at all. I get to stay home with my wife and just be glad that, I do have, someone who loves me. Sorry, a few people are alone, but it feels great having somebody, who's there. And maybe this year you could be that for somebody.
Yeah, and it could be. I mean, we're going to keep this a short show. Do you have anything else to add to that, or I got
Just
one really good example, and then we're going to end up closing the show. So.
all I really want to add is just take a moment and just say I'm thankful for something. I don't care what it is. You may be thankful for the nice, pretty new Glock you have or something, or, maybe that you have a car that runs, or, maybe it's family, whatever. Just find something to be thankful for and mention it out loud. I don't care if you talk to yourself. If you're talking to yourself, you're the only one there anyway, so nobody's going to know you're doing it.
Right.
So.
Well, as far as that goes, I can give you a good example. As far as what the basics that people are, they say, I think take for granted that they're really not thankful for because they're still worried about getting what's on sale at Black Friday.
Yep.
I ran into a lady this week, and she was preparing for her Thanksgiving dinner for her family. She was a older person, and her parents, or not her parents, but her kids and her grandkids were all coming over, and she was preparing Thanksgiving, stocking up on all the necessities and everything to cook them dinner. And I guess she said it was a newer electric blanket, but she turned it on and it immediately sparked. And the next thing you know, the house is basically ablaze. Not only did she lose the house and everything in it, she also lost 2 of her 3 dogs.
Oh, man.
2 days away from Thanksgiving, she has no home. She's missed, all of her food that she had bought and prepared is gone. And she's now got 2 passed away dogs. Her husband also died about 2 months ago.
Oh, man.
That's maybe an extreme example, but it's realistic, and it's something that people, they take for granted, all of this stuff. So.
Right, and kind of like back to my point a little bit. If you know somebody like that, help them. Invite them over, whatever. You know the people. Do something for them, because there are tons of people like that out there. And I mean, like you said, it's an extreme example, but it happens. And if you know somebody who's lonely or whatever, at least call them up.
Yeah, and I think going on to what you just said, maybe you've got some kind of personal issue with a kid, whether they did something in the past that you're not fond of, or something politically, and as stupid as it is, people let politics get in the way of just the basics of human life.
Right.
So, just I'm not trying to sound like a hippie here, but be nice to people, help people out if they're in realistically dire need and just need help out at Thanksgiving. So, with that, we'll close out the show. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving, and don't go to Black Friday.
Be safe.